You're listening to the Comic Crusaders podcast. I am your host, Al Mega, CEO of Comic Crusaders and Undercover Capes. In this show, I'm sitting down with creators from all walks of life to talk about inspiration, process, the lessons they've learned, and a whole lot more. Well, power up, family. It's your boy, Al Mega. Welcome to a brand new Comic Crusaders podcast. And today, we have a dynamic duo in the building. That's right. Two creators who are blending mythology, mystery, and modern madness into a dark, thrilling new comic book universe. That's right. First up, we have Shawn McBee, Hollywood vet, official keeper of lore with the Stargirl, the man behind the twin script, chops into sequential gold. Then there's MJ Jankowski, born Poland, raised on Slavic myth, and of course, now we were the ancient magic into the comic pages of Westron. That's right. This ain't your abuela's bedtime story, baby. It's gritty, it's haunting, and it's hella epic. So let's dive into Westron and see what these dark legends are walking among us with these two amazing guests. Big Shawn! Yeah, baby. Mr. Jankowski, baby. How you guys doing? What's popping?
Everything's great, man. Thank you for having us on.
Yeah,
No, thank you
thank you
for.
for having.
I appreciate you guys. Thank you for coming on. Chat about the project. Talk about this gold of this a Kickstarter project again, folks. The Kickstarter project is live now. The link is right here below. I'm gonna go ahead and share it in the YouTube in a moment, right there, and our socials. So support that Kickstarter. It is live now. We have 26 days to go. You know, she is funded, but we want more money. You know what it is? Because the more money, the more goodies coming our way. We're gonna find out all about those wonderful goodies and more. So,
Well,
fellas, of course, welcome. So let's kick things off. What's the elevator pitch for Westron that'll slap the soul out of a sleeping demon?
the elevator pitch is pretty easy. It's private investigator in Germany whose cases bring him up against supernatural threats, the likes of which you've never seen.
Okay, you agree with that? MJ,
Yes.
he was yeah. So, Sean, you worked on the storytelling giants prior, right? So, how much of our lore keeper knowledge is spilled, if you will, into Westron, where you like, hold my mythos, I got this.
So, basically, my lore keeper role was on Stargirl season 3. My role was to collect all the information, all the character arcs, all the story arcs, and catalog it and put it into a digestible show bible, so that in future seasons, which sadly never happened, the writers had a reference manual.
I mean, basically,
And
you were writing the Bible, bro.
yeah, and in it was a 300-page document
What?
that outlined
300 pages of lore.
yeah, it outlined everything that ever happened on the show. But the important thing about that
Damn.
is in doing that, I got to study under Jeff Johns, one of the
Oh,
greatest comic
shit.
writers of all time, and James Robinson, another one of the greatest comic writers of all time.
What?
They were my direct supervisors, and they were the guys running the whole writer's room. And so I got to basically study and break down the way they carried character through an episodic show, across seasons, across multiple story arcs, and how they intertwined everything. It was all necessary studying, basically, to put together that show Bible, and it it was like a master class in
That's cool.
storytelling, and it's what gave me the confidence to say yes when MJ said, "Hey, you want to write a comic book together?"
All right, so what's the story of the romance between you and MJ? And you know what? Sean's been talking. MJ, how did you meet Sean?
Uh, we met on a Discord server. He was asked to join a DC Multiverse Wiki Discord server, and After that, we talked a bit privately. Because he was the lore keeper of Stargirl, I asked him. I wanted to write a Bible for a pitch for a TV series,
Okay.
but that never came to pass. And we were talking. Yeah.
Okay, that's awesome. All right, so who, Sean? So he hits you up. You hit him up. I mean, tell me, man. Any lies in the story of that romance there? It was all over because of Stargirl, and you guys connected.
Dude, all roads lead back to Stargirl, really. The
I
being
think.
I was on all 3 seasons of that show. It completely
Great
changed my
job, by
life.
the way. Definitely one of my favorites, and one that I got really fucking pissed off about. 'Cause I'm like, all right, so one that actually is the most comic bookish out of all of them.
I
This,
mean,
this
it's the
was it.
show that dared give us the Ultra Humanite. Like, how cool is that show? I love it so,
Bro,
so much.
bro, bro. Me and my family when we was together, it was definitely one of our favorites, and I definitely enjoyed. So again, thank you for putting that together and working on that. So
And
now,
honestly,
uh-huh.
it's kind of a Mobius strip for me. I got into the film industry because I was a comic fan, and then that got me onto Stargirl eventually, and then being on Stargirl brought me back into making comics, and it's just a full
It
circle.
was your destiny, Sean. You were always meant to write comics. You know, you were always meant to write and create that sequential art. I mean, you know, and write and give us those stories. It's just your destiny. Can't help it.
It's true.
That's what it was. MJ, you grew up on Slavic folk tales. What was the scariest story you heard as a kid that still haunts your writing today?
Uh, the scariest story I was told as a kid. Well, my grandma was mostly talking about Baba Yaga,
Baba
and
Yaga. Oh shit, that's crazy.
um, yeah, basically when we were even on walks in the forest, she would be like, "Baba Yaga is somewhere there," and making us kind of afraid to go in those places. But back then, that we stick to the right paths when we're in the forest.
That's
Uh,
funny. So, are you afraid to bus by a park nowadays?
Nah.
That would be, could you imagine thinking in the Central Park in New York? No, Baba Yaga. Now, listen, Sean, if you get into an argument with him about a creative difference, you say, I'm going to send Baba Yaga to your house. You know?
Well, we don't really have creative differences. We decided on a plan early on, and it
I
was
dig it.
basically if we don't agree on something, it's out.
Okay. Oh, that's a beautiful plan. Yeah, man. Why? Listen, if it's clashing, it's for a reason. So and I like that. That's a great approach. So, what was that first click moment though, when y'all knew that Westron was going to be a world worth building? You know, goosebumps, lightning bolts, or just too many late night chats.
Well, we did a series of video chats, me and MJ and our story editor David Anderson, um, and the three of us would just sort of spitball and talk about stuff, and just in the course of these chats, writing stuff on a big whiteboard, which I learned from Jeff Johns, um, we just sort of found this really great arc that folds back on itself. And it was like, oh, damn, that's actually really cool. I've never seen that before. I think this is going to be great.
Well, I want to give a shout out to people here that just hanging out. We got Daniel Berry, we got Monsterverse over here, just bored. Everybody, thanks for tuning in, supporting independent comics. That's what it is, man. Show the love. I mean, follow these folks right here on the socials. I have all the links below. I'm gonna share them in the Kickstarter in a minute. We got the website as well. We have the Kickstarter, which is live now, and I'm gonna be showing off in just a moment. So, guys, talk to me about fusing folklore and modern settings. Like, what's the secret sauce that keeps it feeling real and not just another monster out of of the week type of story?
That's kind of a loaded question because
Okay.
if you read the first issue, the prologue is available on our website. You can download it.
Oh snap.
And in that prologue, it's very, very much modeled after a Monster of the Week kind of thing, like the beginning of an episode of Supernatural. It's
Okay.
like, here's these characters, you don't know them, they're walking into the woods, and oops, somebody's dead. We wanted to do that like kind of very traditional procedural show setup. But what sets it apart and keeps it fresh is hard to describe without really getting spoilery.
No spoilers, folks, because you gotta support the Kickstarter. All right, don't do that. I'm gonna show you guys some stuff in a minute. We have videos, we have the whole thing to run down. All right, so I have one more question before we're gonna start digging into that beautiful Kickstarter, start looking at it. So, if Westron had a mixtape, what three tracks would be on it? And be honest, like who picked the spooky Eastern European violin solo? Um,
3 tracks. I mean, when I was writing this, I was listening to a lot of musical score by Bear McCreary.
well, okay.
You may know him from doing the score on the show Constantine or Rings of Power.
And he's on
Or
tour now. Yes, so
yeah,
yes.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Um, so I mean, I don't know if that's what Jan Westron's listening to, but that's what I listened to when writing Jan Westron.
What about you, MJ? When you get into the scene of Western, like Western, what is it to you? Well, the music wise, what do you have?
Nothing, honestly, nothing. I no idea,
He goes into the
really.
music and rhythm of his heart, folks. That's how he writes. He needs no outside music.
You know, someone did ask me what song represented Western recently, and I had to spend a long time thinking about it. So I'm glad they did that. So it prepared me for this. The 2 actual songs that popped in my head were "Mad World" by Gary Jules,
Ooh, great song.
not the Tears for Fears version. That's a little too poppy. The Gary Jules version,
Yeah, the
and
real
"Paint It Black" by the Rolling Stones.
one. Ooh, nice.
And I
Ooh,
could sort of explain the Gary Jules one, but "Paint It Black" is more uh, gut feeling.
mm, mm. You hear this, folks? There's feelings, there's darkness. With this music, there's kind of this eeriness to it now. You get it, right? There's a vibe. Those are 2 great songs that kind of feel that because both have nice eerie vibe to it. So let's get this baby on screen, man. Let me add this to the stage. Wepa, baby. Here we go, folks. Here we go. Oh my God. Check it out. We have 26 days to go. A big old salute to you 48 backers. You're a big old salute. Yo, appreciate y'all supporting independent comics for real, man. Here we go. Listen, my people here were looking for $1,000. But you wonderful indie backers got them at double and more at 22.33. That's woo! Yeah, celebration, baby. But listen, we need more. We need more. With 26 days to go, let's get this project like to $10,000. Let's go. For real,
It's
let's
funny
go.
you
Funny you
mentioned that
mentioned that
number,
number,
Al,
Al,
because
because
10,000
is
is exactly
exactly the number
that we
that we
have
have
as like our
as like our
ultimate
ultimate
goal.
goal.
Because
Manifest.
up to that amount, we're putting every penny right back into the comic.
You know why, Sean? You know why I said that number? Because apparently your manifestation energy has hit me, and without you saying a word to me, I felt it. And now let's get it. That means it's gonna be real. Let's spread that to the world, baby. Let's get $10,000 for this amazing project. And before we continue, of course, we gotta check out this video, baby. Because I mean, look at this. First of all, before we continue, look how dope. This was funded in 6 hours time from the moment it went live. Before I play this video, how did that feel? I can't imagine bring a project to life like this, and within just 6 hours time, you're like, Toma, I'm funded. Holy shit.
I mean, it didn't suck.
Yeah, baby, let's go. Nothing like that. Success smells good, baby, and it tastes good. So check out this video, baby. Let's check it out. Doing a great job as always. Wow, that looks fantastic. Again, this project is not funded, but we need more. We need more because there's only 26 days to go. So that's several paychecks, folks. So don't give me no shit. The link is below. It's also in the show notes. And guess what I'm going to do right now before I bring the guys on screen? I'm going to go ahead and share that on our YouTube and Facebook pages. So right there, go ahead, folks. Go ahead, check it out for yourselves. Let's run down this wonderful new Kickstarter together. All right, let's do it. Let's do it. So first of all, look at this art. Talk to me about building the creative team. Because I mean, you two guys are the writers. So talk about the artistic guys on the team. How did you guys meet them, and how did they fit within the vision of what you guys were writing?
Man, I spent too much time on Reddit. Is what happened. There's a great subreddit called Comic Collabs.
Okay.
And you just post on there saying here's my project. I want a writer and I want an artist. And people reach out and they say, hey, I'm an artist. I'm available. Here's my portfolio. And we looked through dozens. And what we wanted all along was somebody outside the typical style of comic books. We didn't want to someone that draws anime or superheroes. We wanted something unique and dark. And we had a couple of false starts, but then we landed on Nicholas Nieto, and he connected us with his friend Mateus DeVincenzo, and I love both of them so much. Both their art and them as people. They're just fantastic.
Oh, I dig it. So again, look at that, folks. Social platforms connected, and look at this art though. It is beautiful. Can't imagine. So, how is that collaboration? Building the story, because again, with those type of names, I'm assuming they're not your next door neighbor.
We're spread all over the world.
I dig it.
MJ is Polish, but he lives in Germany.
Okay.
I'm here in the States. And our whole art team is Argentina.
Oh wow. Yeah, for real. Look at that energy. Again, creating wonderful books again. And it's true. I love that. Look at that one question there, which is very true. Something I noticed when I did initially peruse the Kickstarter. Why are there two art styles?
Well, we sort of hit on this idea of having this flashback as a central conceit to the entire series. And so we wanted to really separate the main storyline and our flashback storyline and not confuse anybody about when our timeline's switching, and we didn't want to be too I'm not just echoing in my own ears. I'm echoing to everybody, according to the chat.
Yeah, although I don't know, I hear fine here, but again, the technology is weird.
Hold on a second. Maybe that helped.
Oh, you
I'm
sound
also echoing.
MJ. He was sounding fine, right?
No,
MJ, you talk about the two art styles for right now.
I hear myself echoing. I'm pretty sure I was
Everybody's echoing. The whole thing's broken. It's echoing like our two parallel storylines echo.
All right, how about now?
Well, let's see. Hey, you fixed it.
Yep, fixed.
Oh, there we go. Okay, so I guess the speaker's now finally broken and we're too loud. That's fine. All right, great. Thank you, right there, Masterverse. Fantastic. So let's dig it. So we got into the two art styles. Go ahead.
Yeah, so basically we just wanted to it's twofold. We wanted to have two artists that complemented each other but were visually distinct. And B, we wanted to be able to produce the comic faster. And when you have two people splitting the workload, you can do that because it takes more than a month to make a comic typically, because your typical comic artist makes 20 pages a month and you got 22 to 24 pages in a book. But when 5 to 9 of those pages are with a second person, boom, then should we hit that 10 grand, we can start producing this every single month and our artists can keep up with it, and we can deliver it the way people are used to getting comics, once a month.
Oh my God! I mean, bringing a whole new meaning to flow in a good way, because flowing comic books our way. Hey, there we go. See, I turned it around. I love it. Now, but I'm digging again. Look at this book. Look at this. Look at the artwork. Oh, and the color palette too. Look at the difference too. Talk about your colorist. Who's the colorist on the book?
So the colorist on the main story with Nicolas Nieto is Carla Somoza. Okay. She's fantastic. And Mateus does his own colors.
Oh, really?
Because he has a smaller page count, he can take that extra time to do that.
Gotcha. I mean, I'm loving the color scheming over here. I mean, and I see familiar names here already. Like my man Charles over here. That's awesome. And James, of course. Look at that. People are already digging your stories. I love it. Again, look at that cover, man. That shit is kick ass, bro. That shit really does stick out.
Yeah, I love that cover so much. I've got the original art in my writing studio.
I mean, I can't imagine when you guys got this. Like, whoa. I see it's fire.
And MJ's got the original art for that cover.
Yes, I have the original art for that one. It's in my other room.
Yeah, this is gorgeous. I mean, look at this. I love that use of the red and black right there. And white. Oh my God. Fuck yeah. Oh, snap. Look at this. What? I think this is how you guys got to dress to a convention. You guys got to wear white suspenders, a white tie, black shirt when you do conventions.
Dude, you think I didn't buy those right away? Of course I did.
My man's cosplaying immediately. I'm thinking, tell me you're gonna grow your hair like this and comb it, bro. Is that the next phase, or you got a wig?
Oh, my hair doesn't do that. My hair just goes Jufro. I'm not even Jewish.
Listen, I grew up in New York and had a lot of Jewish friends, so I absolutely understand 100 what you mean.
Now, this artist on that cover right there, the one before, that's an artist called Azumu. She's super fantastic. She colors one section of our comic, a little sort of middle section, and we initially wanted her for the whole comic, but she does her own comic called Human Conqueror. #1 is our next stretch goal, by the way, when we hit $3,000. So boom. But because she doesn't have the time to keep up with us the whole time, we ended up going with a different colorist who we also love. But we have a special edition called the Azumu edition, which has another cover by her and her colored insides. So, like you guys have seen variant covers before, that's old hat. We got variant insides. Have you seen that before? I don't think so. I think we invented it.
Oh my! Stop, bro! You're about to make all us collectors even more broke when you start doing. Hey, it's the same story. Art by someone else on the inside. What?
Not art, just coloring, but
coloring. But
it's
even
very painterly. It's much like this right here.
It changes it though. Any type of coloring does change the art. And again, this shit is gorgeous though. She has a very Alex Ross feel. I think.
She's fantastic, and I highly recommend people check out her comic.
Let's not show those things. You know, we don't know if it's cold in that room or not. But this cover is not safe for work. But don't worry, folks, it's covered here. But wow, look at this. Is that a photo cover or is that art cover?
That is a photo.
Epa! Oh my God, Jesus Christ!
So that's an artist called Erin Thule. She does self-portrait photography, and she is also Polish. And her photos are largely based on the same sort of Polish folklore that our book is about.
Okay.
And so I just, from early on, wanted to have a photo cover variant with some of her work, and she agreed. And so we've got this cover, and I think it's really great. And when you read the entire story arc eventually, this cover is going to be very poignant.
Man, makes me think, man, I gotta do more sit-ups. Jesus.
oh yeah. I mean, it's
she looks great.
It's a real ego kicker.
It is, you know. Let's get that belly down, folks. Now, look at this. Now that is some creepy ass shit.
That's
if I was to turn around,
our Azumu edition.
If I turn around and see that this Puerto Rican is running for his life, I tend to wear chanclas in the summer, so I'd say that my slippers will probably be left on the ground, and I'm running barefoot. Holy shit! This is dope though, and creepy. I really like this. And let's go ahead and look a little bit at the interiors, folks. I mean, look at this coloring, got that panel work. These guys know what they're doing, baby. Look at this. Oh, this book looks great. I love the use of the panels here. Kind of makes you want to tilt your head to appreciate it. Gives you some animation on it. I like it. And of course, look at these guys teasing us, hiding their magic words from these bubbles. But that's what the tease is. I mean, if you want to check out more, folks, all you gotta do is again even go to this website. And
I just don't want to spoil anything for anybody.
No, but I appreciate that. You know what? You're doing the right thing. There's too many fucking spoilers out there, and I hate when people do that shit. And you know, like, thank God that back in the day we didn't have this when I was growing up. Could you imagine them spoiling all those cool stories we had growing up in the in the late 80s, 90s, and someone would go online? Thank God we didn't have it. I think they would have been murdered. Yo, you see that? Hell yeah! Look at that style right there. Oh man, who does he remind me of here? It reminds me of a certain an artist. Fuck. Wow, I really like it. Very nice. Look at that difference. Fuck yeah, bro. Look at this. Like the panel work. I mean, who do you allow them the freedom when it comes to the panel work and design?
We write. We prescribe a certain amount of like panel layout and panel numbers, but we also have consistent reminder that you guys are part of the storytelling team. So if you think this needs more panels to tell the story properly, or less panels, or put them in a different way, do it. We really respect our artists, and we want them to be collaborators, not just art monkeys.
Well, I think at any time that you guys were surprised on some pages you got back that you didn't expect, kind of how they did the panel layout, for example.
I wouldn't say surprised, but like right on page 1, it's a little different than the way we wrote it, and I was like, oh yeah, that works.
Oh, nice.
Good.
You're like, yes, we did the right thing here. We got the right person on the project. Great.
Oh, I think MJ had something to say. Come on, MJ, speak up.
The page with the moon, we didn't have the moon in the script, and it's in the prologue. I'm not sure if it's not one of those art samples, but it was not in the script, and yet it works so well.
Fantastic. Fantastic. So, I mean, MJ, you reached out to Shawn and to again get the idea for this comic. Is this your very first project, or have you done other stories before?
For myself and few people, yes, but a real project, it's my first.
Well, congrats! Woo! Look at you. Congratulations, man. Because again, I think you teamed up with the right people. Because it looks beautiful. And again, I really dig this artist out here a lot. Huh. Now let's get into it, folks. Again, this is a Kickstarter. I shared the link in the YouTube chat. All right. If you guys haven't seen it, scroll up. All right. Let's make it happen and get this some more money. So again, if you guys don't want nothing, you guys are just kind and want to share a buck, go ahead and donate $1 just as a thank you for them being awesome creators. But of course, when you want something, everybody wants something, right? So $7 gets you started on the digital copy of this book. Again, estimated delivery will be for July of this month. Is that still true right there for July next month?
Yeah. For the digital,
probably
yes.
Closer to August. It depends, because we end in July, and then it takes 2 to 3 weeks to get the payout, and then we got to send it off to the printers. Now we have printed test copies.
Oh, wait a minute. Let me get this going. Oh my, look at those sexy ass books. Wepa! Woo! Oh,
So,
wow. Pretty. Look
it's
print. Look at that.
the whole thing. But we just need to do it at scale now.
Excellent. And folks,
so it's going to be print times. So part of that 10,000 that we want to hit, that's going to be to pay for the art for issue 2 and pay for the printing up front. So we run our number 2 campaign. We can send those out as soon as the campaign ends.
You're off running immediately.
Gotcha. That's what we're trying to do. We're trying to make this campaign to fulfillment gap close.
You're really trying to really do that monthly. You ain't fucking around, yo. I like that.
Yeah, I mean, we got a story to tell. I don't want to spend 30 years putting these out, once every 6 months.
Yeah, or even making me wait like Rob Life for 15 years for issue 1 of Brigade. Like, when am I ever gonna get that Kickstarter?
Right.
Don't make me wait 15 years, fellas. All right, that's all I ask. But again, at $7, I know they're not. They already said they got this baby ready. You're gonna see August delivery of issue 1, and again, this already gonna pre-fund issue 2. Could you imagine that?
Now the digital is going out immediately. As soon as the campaign ends, that's going out immediately.
MJ said that July was the digital, correct, and then the print is August.
Yes.
Right.
Wonderful, dig it. All right, so you heard that, folks. As soon as the campaign is over, you're getting that digital. But when you smell that ink, hold that book. Yeah, baby, that's coming.
Oh, but wait, there's more.
Because
we've already unlocked 3 stretch goals, and our stretch goals are bonus comic books. So for that $7, you get Westron #1 and you get 3 other #1s so far of other people's comics that you can read, all digital. So 4 comics for $7.
Yeah, that does not happen, especially in this landscape nowadays. Who would have thought that one would pay full price for a digital, right? But this is what Indie does. They said, "Don't you worry, we're gonna take care of you." What? 4 comic books for $7, and he says, "Just wait." That's a tease. Come on, guys, let's open up the other tiers. You probably guys are gonna get the biggest bundle of your life for $7 if you show some love.
And Azamu's book, Human Conqueror, when that unlocks at 3,000, that's a 64-page comic.
64? Ooh, that is some
pages.
shelf porn. That is shelf porn. MJ, you heard? That is shelf porn. I see that shelf behind you. You're gonna have a book that you're gonna have up there that's gonna be sexy, full of shelf porn comic books. Yeah, baby. Yeah.
Well, that one's the stretch goals are just digital, but there's digital shelves. Sure.
Oh yeah. Oh, of course they are. I've seen them. I have a couple actually. It's real shit. All right, so physical copy, $10 plus a PDF. They're not denying you your PDF. All right, especially if you're a collector. Digital, you got cover B for 13 and C for 13. You got that wonderful not safe for work cover for 18. And now I'm guessing that when I get this not safe for work cover, it will not be covered.
Correct. Look, we spent a lot of time looking at Kickstarter campaigns for comics, and the first thing we learned is boobs sell. But we also have artistic integrity.
Let's go.
I wasn't gonna. We weren't gonna just put some boobs out there just for look at that. It's got boobs in it, but also it fits our comic. It works.
Have you never seen boobs before? Come on, people. I mean, maybe not boobs.
People go crazy for boobs in comics, man.
Of course. Hey, man, I
got a boob cover, $20,000 in 8 minutes. What?
Yo, all right. All right. You're touching on that. I'm just saying that shit is, in fact, a real thing. And I find that very funny. But it goes to show you the state of comics. I mean, and certain people want what they want. And it's okay. I'm not shitting on them, but I just find it funny. Wow. Sometimes somebody can create the story of their career, but because it's boobless, doesn't get the attention it deserves. It's fucking, it's wild. I love it. Yeah, I laugh. But I mean, and again, look, more of that art, and it is some creepy ass shit going on with this. What the hell is that, bro? That shit is fucking wild, bro.
Well, see, that's what you're gonna have to wait to find out.
MJ, tease us. Can you give us a tease? Is this a monster from your side of the world or from this side of the world?
It's from Slavic mythology. Yes, it's
nice.
Yeah, all our monsters are from that side of the world.
Great!
For our entire series. That's the thing is
some new monsters. Woo!
You're not getting werewolves and all the old hat stuff. You're getting new creatures you haven't seen or heard of before. Mostly right. Slavic, but also some Celtic, because I've just always really been into that stuff. And I was like, all right, MJ, you're bringing me on. We're doing a couple of Celtic monsters because there's one I've been obsessed with forever, literally 30 years, a particular creature from folklore I've been obsessed with, and I've never seen it in any kind of media, and we're going to do it in our 5th story arc.
You hear this? These guys are really annoying. I love that confidence. We're doing it here. A lot of people say, "Oh, we're gonna try." I love your words. I love the confidence, and that's exactly what we need because you guys know what you guys are bringing to the pack. And again, look at this, folks over here. We got Osamu edition. We got a main cover bundle, which is work safe only. So there's a boobless bundle. All right.
Not everybody wants the boobs.
No, not everyone. I get it, but again, if you guys want to get that copy that you want to hide from your spouse, in your collection, the black bag copy, let's call it, You get that main cover, including the boobies, for $45. All right, you get a completionist bundle. I love that word. 'Cause that's how I collect too. I can't have or read a fucking one unless I got the whole thing.
Dude, I don't know if you
MJ,
remember. You said you were growing up in the 80s and 90s. So do you remember
absolutely.
the Robin miniseries, the first one that came out in the
Oh man,
90s?
with the different covers all the effing time, yeah, man, the holograms, this that. This has so many
Yeah,
first editions.
every issue had like one extra number of variants. Dude, I
Yeah,
had all of them.
bro, yeah, that's when they hooked us like fish.
Oh yeah.
MJ, did you have that problem out there where you were growing up with comic books excess, where you were like, oh my god, I have to have everything, or was it too hard to find that you were lucky to find anything?
Uh, they were, when it comes to issues, very hard to find. Mostly only trades were in Polish stores. So, and when the trades are there, one one cover only, and also very very expensive. So, yeah,
So, how did you get access to comics out there?
uh, through my family, I've got some. I did get us gifts for stuff. I when I was uh, getting some money, I was buying them myself. But since we live in Germany now, I have better access to comics, and I have so many issues. I have over 500 of them now.
Oh wow,
Um,
collector boy, nice.
Yeah, I got a lot of issues too.
Yeah, I
Oh,
have
you meant
issues too.
comics.
Yeah, I got
Yeah.
issues. Yeah, we all got issues.
and it depends on the comic. Sometimes I have multiple cover arts. Those one that I really loved, but mostly I just choose the one that speaks to me the most.
Excellent. Oh, I like that. That's the way. Yeah, you know what? I kind of do that now too. When I go to a convention, I hit a 50 cent box. Sometimes I pick something that you know what, this looks interesting. I didn't read this before. Let me just pick it up because why not? You know what I mean? Or a dollar box. I get it because I want to read it into the art, the story. You know, nostalgic sometimes. Maybe I didn't read it when I was a kid. I love that. I love that approach to collecting. That's the way it should be. Enjoy our fandom, folks. You know, it's fun. Now, has there been any unexpected challenges in turning the myth into a modern comic? Anything that made you go like, "Holy shit! Did we really awaken something now?"
I mean, I think that those sorts of legends and myths, they're largely oral traditions. And so they're not mired in canon the way some other legends are. You know, like you can like everybody knows the seven trials of Hercules and what Jason got up to with the Argonauts. Like that stuff is solidified. This you can play a little more loose with. You know, it's not nailed down. It's got moving parts. You can make some of it your own. And so that makes it really easy to mold into the kind of shape that you need.
Okay, okay. MJ, what type of approach do you take when you write? Like, where do you place yourself, especially writing this story and getting into your side of the world's mythology, if you will?
I wanted to show off some of the lesser known creatures. That's always was the goal.
Okay, awesome. I get that. All right, so now, are there gonna be? Are there any like wild fan theories yet? Because again, you're talking about mythology, especially little known ones. So anyone throwing you, because again, you're only like teasing here apparently. So, any fan theories, or you planning to drop lore bombs and watch the chaos unfold slowly?
I mean, we're gonna have to see when we have some people reading this thing if they have theories, because we're also telling a mystery. You know, we're setting up some legit mystery. We've got a private investigator, and we've got 7 story arcs planned. We don't know how many issues each story arc is exactly, but we have 7 story arcs planned. Each of them will stand on its own. You can read it pretty much in a vacuum.
Just like an old school comic. These guys are keeping it real,
it'll be
baby.
its own case, but if you read all of them, they form one overall story.
The underlying theme
that forms a perfect circle.
Oh,
and
can't wait.
I lost my train of thought.
So they say you're going to form a perfect circle from beginning to end if you collect all of them.
If you read all of them. So we got the 7 story arcs, right? And as we go through, that's where my train of thought was. We're already in issue 1 right here. There are little hints, little clues that are going to turn up in the 7th story arc. Like, we have laid the groundwork. Everything is planned. Nothing's going to feel like Game of Thrones season 8 because we know where we're going from the start. And shit. It's stuff that you may not pick up at all. But then if you reread the whole thing, you'll go, oh, damn! Because that's my favorite thing, is going back for a reread and seeing all the little things that hint at stuff.
So you hear this, folks? You better read carefully. Maybe you'll catch it, maybe you won't. But as the story develops, holy smokes, are you guys in for a surprise?
And look, if people catch it, I won't even be mad.
Oh, nice.
Like, good on you, man.
What were you going to say, MJ?
I just wanted to agree with Sean the same, because sometimes when people get what's going on in the later part, some of the writers may change it so it's still a surprise for those, and it feels rushed in a sense, and we don't want to do that. If they catch it, great, good on you, man. I'm happy.
Yeah, like Armageddon 2001, way back in 1991, DC's big crossover. They had a superhero that 10 years into the future was going to become a bad guy and take over the world. And some fans guessed that it was going to be Captain Atom. And it was going to be Captain Atom. And they're like, oh, no, it's Hawk. And then it was just completely unsatisfactory and didn't make sense. It was shoehorned in. None of that. People figure out where things are going, then they get to just throw a party and celebrate and tell all their friends that they figured it out.
A party time. There we go. They need to stream it and tag everybody and show off that they did it. Now, and now let's get back into the party that is this Kickstarter before we go, because again, you can even get drawn into the comic book in a non-speaking role. Let's make that clear for 100. Really cool. Now, who draws that? Oh, so this is Nicholas Nieto will draw you. Hey, nice, for 100. And then we have with speaking role, also by Nicholas, for 150, which is very cool. Again, those are left, folks. Come on. Listen, I think that if you have someone in your life that you love and is a comic book geek, having them drawn into a comic book is like the ultimate gift.
And to be clear, the reason it's the Nicholas part and not Mateus is just because in issue number 2's script, there's only spots to put people in Nicholas's parts.
Gotcha.
It's just because of what's going on in the flashback. There aren't extra characters in issue 2. Maybe issue 3.
But regardless, that is just a cool thing. Now, totally fun issue two.
Yes,
So
please.
if you're generous, if you're generous, I know there's some people out there, God's good, and some of y'all finding lanes of monetization that you probably don't believe. I've been blessed with such an opportunity, but it's something I'll discuss, at another time with some people. But yo, 5,000 right here, just a fun issue two, and make this story come to life. And imagine, did we get a producer credit or something?
Oh yeah, it's all there. They get a huge executive producer credit. We'll make that bigger than our credits.
Oh, he said that.
It's like
So,
writers,
like
you.
like Stan Lee size, all right. Even though he didn't do the stories there, Stan Lee presents. Like, yeah, sure you do, guy.
Enough said.
But look at what's all gone, guys. You missed out. You missed out. Early bird stuff over here.
So this tier, the get drawn and into number 2 for 2 whole pages. That was gotten by Monsterverse here in the chat.
Oh, not hey! We can't wait to see you in the comic. Oh snap! Oh snap! Is that gonna be homie's debut? I wonder now, and I need to know. But look at that. That's awesome. But folks, listen, this project is live now. It looks great. Look at this stuff. Look at these books, yo. And you want these in your hands. And look at what they're giving out here. For real, yo. When you get into it and getting drawn into it, everything looks fantastic. And then there's add-ons. Look at those bookmarks, the OG backup pins. And I really love that font too, bro. Everything looks great about that. What are we doing here? Is this gonna be a TV show, a cartoon, a movie? What's going on here?
It's going to be a comic book, but anyone in Hollywood that wants to make an adaptation, like, you know how to reach us.
Monster Rush wants to wear a Hawaiian shirt, I think, in his appearance. You think? I always like these notebooks. That's very nice.
Oh yeah, actually, those were supposed to be here in the mail today, but because of some storms, they got pushed back. They're going to be here tomorrow. I wish I had
dare
one to show
Mother
you right
Nature
now.
get in the way of this delivery, Mother Nature?
But that's a photo, not a mock-up, and they're beautiful.
I love these type of notebooks. Yeah, that shit does look great. I love that gold trimming,
and it ties in with our book because our story is being told by being read out of Westron's red case book. It's the special case book that he writes all his supernatural cases in.
And how fire is this, bro? And you're gonna get a lot of kids in trouble that have a spray can.
I've actually got that right behind me. There-ish.
This is a t-shirt too, exactly like this on a red t-shirt. That shit would look dope.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
It would look great. And now we got the sticker set. Old school sticker sets. I love me some sticker sets. What's Phantom Limb? Is that you guys?
Yeah, that's our publishing company.
Yeah, baby. And why Phantom Limb?
Taking
us over one piece at a time.
It started off as my podcast network, which is now defunct. But really, it was just my initial idea was the fandom menace, but that was taken. So I liked the phantom to fandom thing, and I just thought of other phantom words, and phantom limb seemed to make sense because, like, a phantom limb is when you can feel an arm that's been cut off, and that felt very genre to me.
Yeah, I've heard those stories, and it feels so crazy to me how that is actually a real thing. Wow. And look at Phantom Menace reference is not on my bingo.
Well, Masta, it's I had never heard of them, and I looked them up and was like, oh yeah, no, I definitely can't associate myself with that.
Yeah, I mean, not fucking around, right? And look at these books, these unlocked bonuses, the books his homie is talking about that'll be included. Heck yeah. Oh, what steak? Nice. Hey, no SHP, yeah, baby. Boom! Oh, look at that. Another unlocked stretch. Look at the starlight. Oh my, folks, do you see this? That's dope books. Nah, there's locked. Look at the next ones you might be able to get. It's still locked. Come on, folks. Let's make it happen. And then look at this. Look at the characterizations here. Dope. Again, it's that difference too between them. That shit is a great idea, man. Look at that. Look at that. I'm telling you guys got a hit on your hands, bro.
Like, we really hope so. Thank you so much.
Now you guys got a fucking monster hit, the style, the energy, and I could see how much you believe in the goal. And there's a lot of people that talk shit about creators and this, that I've seen on social. Don't listen to none of them. You keep creating, you keep producing, because again, you're doing. A lot of those people that talk don't produce shit, but you're producing. You're making things happen. You're not trying. You're doing, baby. And it's going to be exactly as my man said. It is going to be great. We can't wait. So you said something about 7 stories. It's gonna be 7 issues. Let's make it 10. Let's make it 15. My man is dropping coins. So look at that. I hope that wasn't the leprechaun's coin. I don't want to see him hurt you.
Yeah, it was one of those OG backer pins I was playing with, and now I dropped
what I say? Because is there a rainbow by there? The fucking around the leprechauns each other with storms. I don't want to see a murder on screen. That would be horrible. But
oh, that fell pin up too. I gotta be careful. I'm gonna step on it. I know it.
Please don't step on it. The last thing we want to do is see a horrible accident and blood squirting like it's a trauma movie. So again, look at this. 26.
Yeah, you want to see some blood? You buy this comic. That's where you get the blood.
You hear this? You want some bloody madness, but some good bloody madness at that, though. You gotta support this project again with 26 days to go, mi gente. 48 backers again. Thank you. We're at $2,233. Let's get it. Let's get 5. Let's get 6. Let's get 8. But the biggest goal here, let's make it happen. Let's make it 10. With 26 days to go, I think that's actually very feasible. So let's go. Let's go, mi gente. Show the love to independent comics, baby. All right, to my man Shawn, to my man MJ. So muchachos, lastly, this is the last thing here before we go. I need you to hit us with the big why. Why should fans back Westron? And what's next for the series?
I mean, the big reason is that you haven't read something like this before. There are, your supernatural detectives out there, but this is a whole new take on it. And we're very likable, and you want to support us.
MJ, any words? Even if you want to say that your native language, whatever, go ahead. I do not care. Let's go. Tell people to support this book right now.
I think it would be worth seeing those creatures that you probably never heard before, and our take on them. I personally, I love me some supernatural creatures, and Slavic mythology is rich of them.
I also need to point out, they're weird. That's the best thing, is they're not just like, oh, here's a thing you've never heard of. Like, some of them are legit just, who thought of that? Oh my God. Almost like no one could have thought of that. It must be real. I'm not sleeping tonight.
You say you people are sick. This can't be real. You sickos. I love it. This is what it is. That's horror. That's mythology. That's some tales. And this is the book to get, folks. Again, lastly, please support the Kickstarter. All right. Westron numero uno. It is live now. Support them on social media. Instagram, Westron_comic. Same for TikTok. And Blue Skies, just you know how they go. WestronComic.bsky .social. Show that love, and of course, stay informed, stay teased. There's a dope preview there as well. WestronComic.com, baby. That's right. So support independent comics. Support my man Shawn, MJ. Thank you again for your time. I appreciate you guys. All right. And thank you, most of us. No doubt, man. That's what we're here for, yo. And they're gonna be back. They're going to be back. Don't you worry. Absolutely. With issue 2, 3, 4, 5, and then the whole. Listen, they're going to come back for every issue because I need to. Once they give me my nightmares, I need to discuss this with them, have some therapy, why they terrorize me in such a way, and go from there.
Can I do a quick plug?
Yeah, do your plug,
for not us?
Because
when you were reading through the quotes,
yeah,
of other people, one of them was from this guy Jack Pendarvis. This is one of my favorite books, Awesome by Jack Pendarvis. And this guy, he wrote on most of Adventure Time, and I really suspect that all the weirdness is from him. He's a very weird guy, or his writing's weird. And this is one of the weirdest books I've ever read. And if you can find it, read it. It's short, it's fun, it's hilarious, and it's weird as hell. And Jack Pendarvis probably wouldn't like me saying that because he sometimes gets embarrassed by that book's existence.
Yeah, that's fine. And plus you said, your weirdness inspires. So there you go.
I just happened to see it next to me, and I was like, "Oh yeah, if we're gonna talk Jack Pendarvis, I gotta get people to read Awesome."
We're gonna dig deep then, even more. Thank you. Even send me if you got any info on that book, send it out over to me in an email so I could add it. That way, people could get inspired too. Man, I love book recommendations and let people know what inspires some of your weirdness. But again, thank you, Shawn. Thank you, MJ. Thank you, Crusaders, for tuning in. All you guys that commented, thank you for also shouting out the audio issue. I appreciate that. You guys absolutely rock. You know what it is. Follow everything at Comic Crusaders, comiccrusaders.com, baby. All right. Hasta la próxima. You know what it is, mi gente. Much love. Wepa! Thank you for listening to the Comic Crusaders podcast. If you like the content, please subscribe and turn on notifications. Also, please visit comiccrusaders.com and our extended podcast family over at undercovercapes.com. And also, make sure to download the Comic Crusaders app on the Google Play Store today.